I'm glowing.
You do glow. Every time you go camping, you're glowing.
Oh,
Coming live to you from Big Al again. Where are
yeah.
you?
I'm in
Where are you?
Kentucky.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. How is Kentucky?
So far, it's just like Pennsylvania.
Is it, do you
Yeah.
have rain there too?
It's humid and hot, and it's nice. It's pretty, but we're exploring today. So
Great. Well, we're finally getting rain, so you
yeah,
might come back to having at least a little bit of green grass. But
that's good.
hi, Anthony. How was your weekend?
It was great. How about yourself?
It was good. I moved my my 20-year-old off to Penn State main campus. He decided to well, actually, he's off campus. He decided that move-in was from 4 to 6 on a Friday night at State College. So it was quite the adventure and a long night.
And you got a good one under contract, you said, right?
I did, yeah. So I got buyers under contract at list price, going PHFA, 60-day settlement with inspections.
Dang.
Yeah, that's kind of where the market is. Like, well, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yep.
We have our special guest today because, as we said, the month of August was just kind of vacation mode, not a whole lot going on. So we'll quickly get through the numbers, and then Trisha will have you ask Anthony some investment questions.
Yes.
All right. Good. So new active listings actually up a little bit. Yep. So there were 403 that appeared last week versus 384. And when we talk about the location, we cover where these numbers are for Montgomery, Lehigh, Montgomery, and Bucks County. I'm off today, man. All right. See, Trisha, I missed you.
You missed me.
Totally messed up my morning, not boxing with you. And I'm just like, I'm all off. All right. So next is coming soon.
64 this week from 61 last week. So that is staying stable.
Under contracts. Little
5,
down.
6. Are you doing
not a whole lot? Again, I think it's right before school's getting back to start. Kids are going back to school, vacations, everything else. This one was interesting. Only 35 back on markets versus we've been seeing consistently anywhere between 60 to 75 going back on market. Right. And we're not seeing that this time.
Holding them together.
We are. And then price reductions, there were 254 versus 215. Yeah. So again, pretty consistent when you take a look at what has been coming soon and so forth. But now the good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Anthony. Go ahead.
Anthony is my friend and longtime client investor. Knows everything about investment. And so he's going to talk a little bit about what kind of he looks for. And take it away, Anthony.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on. I really think that the big thing with real estate investment that intimidates a lot of people is the fact that they just don't know enough about it. Mm-hmm. And once you start to learn a little bit more of what it takes to be in real estate investment, you realize it's a lot easier to get your foot in the door than people realize.
Right.
One thing that scares a lot of people, which I didn't know when I started, was that you don't necessarily need 20% down. That's one of those things that people think they either need the cash to buy a house or they need 20% down. Yeah. But as Shelby was talking about slightly earlier, there's FHA loans. There's other ways to get your foot in the door.
Right.
What I do specifically is I do the BRRRR method, which is to buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and then repeat the process.
Okay.
It's kind of difficult to start out there, but with investors, partners, that again is something easier than people realize. My goal is to build wealth long term, so I do buy and hold rentals. Some people might want to do flips because they're looking for quicker cash. Now, I find that to be a little riskier. Sure, you can make more money, but it's something that I don't really focus on that. It's more of an escape plan. If you buy a house that doesn't really work out, you can turn around and sell it if you get it at a good deal, and again, really no loss there. One thing I also want to mention as far as getting started in real estate, pretty much the most important thing is your team. because you can't do everything by yourself, no matter how hard you try. So you want a good attorney, you want a great real estate agent, you want a good title agent, an accountant. You really want to get people that support you and know more than you, because you can't know everything.
Right.
As far as, go ahead.
What do you kind of look for when you're looking for a deal? What are kind of your criteria?
Originally, when we got started, it was houses that needed a lot of work, because you're going to get a better deal if the house needs more work. People don't want to buy giant projects. Now it's kind of flipped the other way. The projects that are overwhelming to the average person, let's say, are things that I kind of want to steer away from now. Even though there's potentially a bigger profit margin, it's just not worth it to me anymore. It's too much risk for my body, to be honest. I've been beating myself up for years working on houses. So I've gotten to the point where I'd rather have something that maybe doesn't have the best numbers, but I'm not going to run into the surprises of opening up all the walls and finding knob and tube or some other headache. So that's one of the things that I think is important for people to realize. If you're in the trades, if you're a carpenter, an electrician, or if you work at a bank, or if you're a real estate agent, you already have a leg up getting into real estate investment. People might not realize how much that helps. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I could have gotten here without knowing what I know about carpentry. You know?
Yeah, because you did home inspections before, and you're like,
I did carpentry growing up. I then did home inspections as I got it started in real estate, and I realized, wow, I know a pretty decent amount about residential real estate. So it was kind of a smooth
good, And you talk about the 1% rule a lot. Can you tell everyone what that is?
I do. It's a very quick way to evaluate houses at first glance. So, easy example: if you find a house that rents for approximately $2,000, and the house is going to cost about $200,000, then it's worth looking at whether or not it's a good deal or not. Now, if you're on the upper side of the 1% rule, so now let's say the house brings in $2,500 a month, but it's going for $200,000. Chances are that's a good deal. Now, there might be major rehab involved, and then you have to evaluate whether it's worth it or not. But I can tell you, on the other side of the 1% rule, say it rents for $1,500 and it's for sale for $200,000. Chances are it's not a good deal. So just know before wasting anybody's time, it's probably not worth looking at that as an investment.
Right. Good.
So Anthony, we were talking before we went live, and we'd love to have you kind of like pop in every once in a while and start focusing on some specifics that somebody might be interested in investing. So we will throw it out there, guys, that we're going to ask Anthony to come up. Yes. Blah, blah, blah.
We're just struggling through today.
We're going to ask Anthony to come back on in September. So if there's anything that you guys specifically want to know about that is involved with investing in real estate, then you can hit us with it ahead of time. Now that you've met Anthony, we'll let you know that he's coming, and then we'll get those questions to you and see if you can help guide us through whether it's, determining what the rent is going to be, or how much money you want to put into the property in order to get the return on investment and so forth.
And especially as the market's shifting, this is a good time for people to start getting into investing in real estate.
Yeah,
I believe so. Honestly, a lot of people are scared about the fact that interest rates are going up.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I don't know if this is the time. This is the time. I would much rather buy a house that's a great deal at a higher interest rate and then refinance down the road, because you're not going to get the deal again when the interest rates are really low. So now's the time to jump on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, awesome. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. And guys, if you have any questions that you want to shoot over, we'll get you answers either before the next broadcast. If it's something that's urgent and you really want to know, I'm sure Anthony will help us get you an answer on that. All right.
Thank you very much.
Trisha, enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
Happy day, everybody, and have a great day.